Hi, welcome back to my channel. So here I have my nanoVNA connected to the 10 MHz low pass filter, and I'm measuring the magnitude of the S11 response. Okay, so this was covered in my previous episode, number 33, in this episode here, and you can see that we verified that this curve was correct using both the spectrum analyzer and the oscilloscope. So I was confident that this is correct, and it is. But then I remember that some time ago, in episode 12, I already measured the return loss with the spectrum analyzer, and the curve looked a little bit different. Okay, so this curve was from 100 kilohertz to 20 megahertz, and here instead we were measuring from 50 to 50 from 50 kilohertz to 50 megahertz. But still, you know, even if you stop here, which is basically 20 megahertz, the curve looks suspiciously slightly different. Okay, so I was kind of surprised by that, and then I started digging a little bit to understand what was going on. Let me show what was going on. So here I'm using a 50 ohm termination, right? So let's see what happens if I, for example, change the termination. Of course, if I remove the termination, the response changes. And that's another termination, and there we go. As you can see now, we have the response very similar to the one that I had measured some time ago with the spectrum analyzer. So what does this mean? Well, it means that this 50 ohm load is just garbage. Okay, so I don't know if you can see, but it has written here 50 ohm. So let me see if I can let it focus. 50 ohm, right? But if we check it here with the nano. And the nano, I mean, yesterday we checked that the nano was answering in a very, very accurate way, so we can trust it. And this is the response when we measure this 50 ohm dummy load with the nano. Theoretically, you know, a 50 ohm dummy load should give absolutely zero reflections. Here instead we have a flat line, but the reflection is quite high. And indeed, so let me see if I can show you. Yeah, let me see if I can focus enough on the top right part. As you can see, the nano is measuring 74.3 ohm. So yeah, basically this is a 75 ohm load, not a 50 ohm load. So it's crazy. This was sold, I mean, it has written on it 50 ohm. Of course, this is cheap stuff from China. Okay, so when you buy these kind of things, you have to expect that you know, they're not going to work as expected. This is a 50 ohm from the same lot. So you see the response is much better. Here we are measuring 50.4. So this is okay, more or less. It's not a precision load, of course, but this is measuring 52 ohm. So there is a wide difference between these several loads, all both together in the same lot. This is yet another one. Here we are measuring 50.6. But anyway, as you can see, the nano did a perfect measurement. It was just you know, the load being used that was a bit crappy, but I'm very happy now. I can test many things very, very quickly with this nano. It's a very, very useful tool. Okay, that's all for this video. See you next time. Bye bye.